Stop what you're doing right now. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Ask yourself this question. How many times this week have I seen 1111? On your phone? On the clock? On receipts? On license plates? On random screens as you walk by? If you've been seeing it more than 3 times, this message is directly for you. And I need you to understand something critical. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. This is not your mind playing tricks on you. You are being activated. Right now, in this very moment, as you read these words, there is a cosmic signal being transmitted directly to your consciousness. The number sequence 1111 is not just a number. It's a code, a frequency, a dimensional beacon designed to wake up those who have been chosen for a higher mission in this lifetime. And if you're seeing it repeatedly, if it's following you everywhere you go, if it's showing up so often that you can't ignore it anymore, then you are one of the chosen ones. You are being called. You are being activated. You are being prepared for something that will change not just your life, but the lives of countless others. Write in the comments right now, I see the signs. Because what I'm about to reveal to you in the next few minutes will explain everything. Why you've felt different your whole life. Why you've always known you were meant for something more. Why you've been experiencing strange synchronicities, unexplainable intuitions, and a deep inner knowing that something massive is about to shift. The 1111 phenomenon is real. It's documented. It's happening to millions of people across the planet right now. And it's not happening by accident. The Cosmic Activation Code. Let me explain what's really happening when you see 1111. In the language of the universe, in the mathematics of creation, in the frequency codes that govern reality itself. Numbers are not just symbols. They are living information. They are energetic signatures. They are communication from higher dimensions. The number 11 is what ancient wisdom traditions call a master number. Unlike other double-digit numbers that get reduced to a single digit in numerology, 11 stands alone. It doesn't reduce. It doesn't simplify. It maintains its full power, its complete frequency, its total significance. The number 11 represents the gateway between the physical and spiritual realms, the bridge between human consciousness and higher consciousness. The activation point for spiritual awakening, the signal that you are ready for your mission. The cosmic alarm clock that says, "Wake up now." The mark of those chosen to be way showers, light workers, and leaders in the coming transformation. When you see 1111, you're not seeing one master number. You're seeing it doubled, amplified, multiplied, supercharged. 1111 is the most powerful activation code in the numerical language of the universe. Think about it like this. If 11 is the doorway, then 1111 is the doorway fully opened, with a bright light shining through it, with a voice calling your name, saying, "Come through. It's time. Your mission is waiting." Why you are seeing it now. Here's what you need to understand, and this is crucial. Not everyone sees 1111 repeatedly. Most people go through their entire lives without ever noticing it. They might glance at a clock at 1111 once or twice and think nothing of it. It doesn't register. It doesn't activate anything. It's just another time. But you can't stop seeing it. It's everywhere. It's constant. It's persistent. It's almost haunting you. Why? Because you are different. Your soul is different. Your purpose is different. Your frequency is different. Before you were born, before you incarnated into this physical body, before you came to this planet at this specific time in history, you made an agreement, a soul contract, a cosmic commitment. You agreed to come here during one of the most critical periods in human history. You agreed to be part of the Great Awakening. You agreed to hold a higher frequency when others around you are lost in fear and chaos. You agreed to be a beacon of light when darkness seems overwhelming. But here's the thing about Earth. When you incarnate here, when you take on a physical body, when you enter this dense, three-dimensional reality, you forget. You forget who you are. You forget where you came from. You forget what you came here to do. It's called the veil of forgetting, and it's necessary. Because if you remembered everything, if you knew your full power, if you understood your complete mission from day one, you wouldn't have the authentic human experience. You wouldn't learn the lessons. You wouldn't develop the compassion. You wouldn't earn the wisdom. But there comes a moment in every awakened soul's journey when it's time to remember, when the veil needs to thin, when the mission needs to activate. And that's what 1111 is. It's your wake-up call. It's your activation signal. It's the universe tapping you on the shoulder saying, hey, remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Remember what you came to do. It's time. The 3 stages of 1111. Activation. Let me walk you through what happens when you start seeing 1111, because there's a process. There are stages. And understanding where you are in this process will help you navigate what's coming. Stage 1. The noticing. This is where most people are when they first start paying attention. You begin noticing 1111 more frequently. At first, you might dismiss it. Oh, that's weird. Huh, there it is again. Funny coincidence. But it keeps happening, again and again and again. Eventually, you can't dismiss it anymore. You start to wonder, is something trying to get my attention? Is there a meaning to this? Am I going crazy, or is this real? This stage is the initial activation. Your subconscious mind is being triggered. Your soul is beginning to stir. The dormant codes within your DNA are starting to light up. If you're in this stage, know this: you're not crazy, you're awakening. The frequency of your consciousness is rising, and you're beginning to perceive what's always been there, but was previously invisible to you. Stage 2. The seeking. Once you acknowledge that something is happening, you enter the seeking phase. You start researching. You start asking questions. You start looking for answers. What does 1111 mean? Why do I keep seeing this number? What is the universe trying to tell me? You might read articles, watch videos, talk to spiritual people, dive into metaphysics, explore numerology. You're hungry for understanding. You need to know what's happening to you. This stage is crucial because it represents your conscious choice to engage with the activation. You're not just passively noticing anymore. You're actively seeking truth. You're opening yourself to receive information from higher realms. If you're in this stage right now, if you're reading this message because you searched for answers about 1111, then you're exactly where you need to be. This information is finding you because you're ready to receive it. Stage 3. The activation. This is the stage where everything changes. This is where the mission becomes clear. This is where your purpose reveals itself. This is where you step fully into your power. In this stage, seeing 1111 is no longer just a curiosity or a mystery. It becomes a confirmation, a validation, a signal that you're on the right path. You start seeing it at significant moments. Right before you make a major decision, confirmation you're choosing correctly. When you're thinking about your purpose, validation that you're on the right track. During moments of doubt, reassurance that you're supported. When you're about to meet someone important, signal that this connection is divinely orchestrated. Right after you have a breakthrough insight, confirmation that the download is real. At this stage, 1111 becomes your direct line to higher consciousness. It's your personal signal from the universe. It's your soul's way of communicating with your conscious mind. And here's what happens in this stage that changes everything. You begin to understand your mission. You begin to see why you're here. You begin to feel a pull towards specific actions, specific work, specific ways of serving the world. You are being activated to fulfill your higher purpose. What is your higher mission? Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, but what is my mission? What am I being activated for? What am I supposed to do? Here's the truth. Your specific mission is unique to you. No one else can tell you exactly what it is. No guru, no teacher, no spiritual guide can hand you an instruction manual for your soul's purpose. But I can tell you the categories. I can tell you the types of missions that activated souls are being called to fulfill during this time on Earth. The healer mission. You are here to heal. Not necessarily as a doctor or therapist, though you might be, but as someone who carries healing energy, someone whose presence makes others feel better, someone who has the power to transmit frequencies that repair, restore, and rejuvenate others at a cellular and spiritual level. You heal with your words, your touch, your energy, your presence. The teacher mission. You are here to share wisdom, to educate, to illuminate, to help others understand truths they couldn't see before. You're a natural explainer. People come to you for guidance. You have insights that seem to come from beyond yourself. You're meant to teach, whether through writing, speaking, creating content, or one-on-one mentoring. The warrior mission. You are here to fight for truth and justice, to stand up against corruption, manipulation, and darkness, to protect the innocent, to speak truth to power. You have a fierce spirit. You can't stay silent when you see wrongdoing. You're meant to be on the front lines of change, challenging systems, exposing lies, creating revolutions. The creator mission. You are here to bring new things into existence, to innovate, to imagine, to manifest. You're an artist, inventor, entrepreneur, or visionary. You see possibilities that others can't perceive. You have the power to turn invisible ideas into visible reality. You're meant to create things that inspire, uplift, and transform. The connector mission. You are here to build bridges, to bring people together, to facilitate connections, to create communities. You're a natural networker. You can see how different people, ideas, and resources could combine to create something greater. You're meant to weave webs of connection that accelerate collective evolution. The anchor mission. You are here to hold the frequency, to maintain stability, to embody peace in chaos. You might not be loud or visible, but your presence is powerful. You ground higher energies into physical reality. You're meant to be the calm in the storm, the stable center around which others can reorganize themselves. Which of these resonates most strongly with you? Which makes your heart beat faster? Which creates a feeling of, yes, that's me? That's your primary mission. Though you might carry elements of multiple missions, there's usually one that dominates, one that defines your core purpose in this lifetime. The urgent timing of this activation. Now, let me tell you why this is happening now. Why the 1111 activations have accelerated dramatically in recent years. Why more and more people are waking up to these signs. Why the frequency of these occurrences is intensifying. We are living in a time of unprecedented transformation. The old systems, the old paradigms, the old ways of being, they're crumbling. We can all feel it. We can all see it. The political chaos, the economic instability, the social division, the environmental crisis, the spiritual hunger. Everything is breaking down so that something new can be built. But this new world, this higher dimensional reality, this elevated consciousness, this transformed civilization, it doesn't build itself. It requires builders. It requires leaders. It requires activated souls who know why they're here and are willing to step into their mission despite fear, despite resistance, despite challenge. That's you. You're being activated now because you're needed now. Not in 5 years. Not when you feel more ready. Not when circumstances are more comfortable. Now. The 1111 signal has been ramped up across the planet. More people are seeing it because more people need to wake up. The cosmic alarm clock is going off for millions of souls simultaneously because we're approaching a critical threshold. A tipping point where enough activated individuals can shift the trajectory of human consciousness. Think of it like this. Imagine humanity is a massive ship that's been sailing in the wrong direction. To turn this ship, you need enough people at enough key positions all making the shift at the same time. If only a few people try to turn it, nothing happens. But when you reach critical mass, when enough activated souls step into their power simultaneously, the whole ship turns. We're approaching that critical mass, and you are one of the people being called to your position. That's why you're seeing 1111. That's why you can't ignore it anymore. That's why this message found you at this exact moment. The activation protocol. So what do you do now? How do you fully activate? How do you step into this mission that's calling you? Here's the protocol, the exact steps you need to take to complete your activation and align with your higher purpose. Step 1. Acknowledge the call first. You must consciously acknowledge what's happening. Stop dismissing it as coincidence. Stop downplaying the significance. Stop hiding from your own power. Say out loud, right now, I acknowledge that I am being activated. I recognize the signs. I accept the call. I am ready to remember who I am and why I'm here. This verbal declaration is more powerful than you realize. It sends a signal through the quantum field. It informs the universe of your choice. It opens the channel for more information to flow. Step 2. Ask for clarity. Your soul knows your mission, but your conscious mind might not have full clarity yet. So ask, directly, clearly, powerfully. Before you go to sleep tonight, sit quietly and speak this request. I ask to be shown my highest mission. I request clarity about why I'm here. I invite my higher self to reveal my purpose. Show me in dreams, in signs, in synchronicities, in undeniable ways. I am ready to see. I am ready to know. Then pay attention. Over the next few days and weeks, watch for answers. They'll come through. Dreams that feel significant or symbolic. Conversations where someone says something that strikes a deep chord. Books, videos, or articles that seem to appear at the perfect moment. Sudden insights or downloads that feel like they came from beyond you. Opportunities that align perfectly with what you secretly wanted as the universe responds to sincere requests. When you genuinely ask, you will receive guidance. Step 3. Take the first step. Here's what stops most people. They wait for complete clarity before they move. They want the entire path mapped out. They want guarantees and certainties and detailed instructions. But that's not how activation works. You get the first step, you get the next move, you get the immediate action. Then, when you take that step, the next one reveals itself. Your first step might be starting that project you've been thinking about for years, having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding, making that life change you've known you needed to make, sharing your gift publicly for the first time, reaching out to that person you feel drawn to connect with, investing in that training or education your soul keeps nudging you toward. You know what your first step is. Deep down, you already know. You've known for a while. You've just been afraid to take it. Take it now. Not when you feel ready. Not when circumstances are perfect. Now. Step 4. Trust the synchronicities. Once you acknowledge the call, ask for clarity and take the first step. The synchronicities will explode. You'll start seeing 1111 even more frequently, but you'll also start seeing other repeating numbers. 232, 333, 434, 555. Each carries its own message, its own frequency, its own guidance. You'll start meeting the right people at impossible timing. You'll start finding resources exactly when you need them. You'll start experiencing coincidences so perfect that you can't possibly dismiss them as random. This is the universe confirming, yes, you're on the right path. Yes, you're being supported. Yes, your mission matters. Keep going. Trust these signs. Follow these synchronicities. They're breadcrumbs leading you forward. Step 5. Do the daily alignment practice. To maintain your activation, to keep your frequency high, to stay connected to your mission, you need a daily practice. This doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming, but it must be consistent. Every morning before you engage with your phone, before you talk to anyone, before you let the world in, take 5 minutes for this. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Place both hands on your heart. Take 3 deep breaths, then speak this activation statement. I am aligned with my highest mission. I am connected to infinite intelligence. I am guided by divine wisdom. I am supported by universal forces. I am powerful beyond measure. I am ready to serve. I am ready to lead. I am ready to create. I fulfill my purpose today. And so it is. Then ask, what is mine to do today? Sit in silence and listen. An answer will come either as a thought, a feeling, an image, or a knowing. That's your marching orders for the day. That's what your soul wants you to focus on. This 5-minute practice will keep you activated. It will keep you aligned. It will keep you on mission even when life gets chaotic, even when doubts creep in, even when external circumstances try to pull you off course. The resistance you'll face. I need to be honest with you about something. The moment you step into your mission, the moment you activate fully, the moment you start living your purpose, you will face resistance. Not because the universe is testing you, not because you're doing something wrong, but because change is threatening to the systems that rely on you staying small, staying asleep, staying in your place. The resistance will come in many forms. Internal resistance. Your own fear, doubt, and conditioning will scream at you. Who do you think you are? You're not special enough. You're not ready. You're going to fail. People will judge you. This is your ego trying to keep you safe by keeping you small. Social resistance. People close to you might not understand. Friends might distance themselves. Family might question your choices. Society might mock what you're doing. This is the old paradigm trying to pull you back into conformity. External resistance. Obstacles might appear. Things might break down. Challenges might multiply. Money might get tight. This is not punishment. This is the universe removing what doesn't serve your new path and testing your commitment to your mission. Here's what you must understand. Resistance is proof you're doing something that matters. If your mission was insignificant, nothing would oppose it. The fact that you're facing resistance means you're threatening the status quo. You're disrupting established patterns. You're challenging the old paradigm. This is good. This means you're on the right track. When you face resistance, don't retreat. Don't interpret it as a sign you made the wrong choice. Interpret it correctly, as confirmation that you're doing exactly what you came here to do, and the old systems don't like it. Push through. Stay committed. Trust your activation. The 1111 Confirmation System. Here's something beautiful that will happen as you step into your mission. 1111 becomes your personal confirmation system. You'll start to notice that you see 1111 right after you make a decision aligned with your purpose. It's the universe saying, yes, that's it. Keep going. You'll see it right before important meetings or conversations, a signal that something significant is about to happen. You'll see it during moments of doubt, reassurance that you're on the right path, even when you can't see the full picture. You'll see it when you're about to give up, encouragement to persist just a little longer, because breakthrough is coming. It becomes a language, a communication system, a dialogue between you and the universe. And here's the really powerful part. Eventually, you can start using it intentionally. You can ask for 1111 confirmation about decisions. If this job is aligned with my mission, show me 1111 within 24 hours. Then watch. The answer will come. This is your activation reaching its full power. This is you becoming a conscious co-creator with the universe. This is you operating at the frequency you were always meant to embody. The truth about your power. Let me tell you something that you need to hear, something that might make you uncomfortable, something that might trigger your conditioning to reject it. You are far more powerful than you've been allowed to believe. You have capabilities within you that transcend normal human limitations. You have access to information that exists beyond the 5 physical senses. You have the ability to influence reality with your consciousness, your intention, your focus, your energy. This isn't fantasy. This isn't delusion. This is documented, measurable, real. The 1111 activation is waking up these dormant abilities. As you step into your mission, as you raise your frequency, as you align with your higher self, you will begin to experience things that conventional reality says are impossible. Knowing things you couldn't logically know. Manifesting things faster than normal causality should allow healing yourself or others in ways that defy medical explanation, influencing situations with your focused intention, receiving downloads of information that feel like they're being transmitted from another dimension, experiencing time differently, hours feeling like minutes or vice versa, sensing energies, frequencies, and presences that others can't perceive. This is not supernatural. This is your natural state. This is what humans are capable of when they're fully activated, when they're vibrating at their true frequency, when they're no longer suppressed by fear-based conditioning. You are being activated to remember these abilities because your mission requires them. You can't fulfill your purpose while operating at ordinary consciousness. You need extraordinary consciousness. And that's exactly what's being unlocked in you right now. The final call, so here we are. At the end of this message, at the beginning of your activation, at the threshold of your mission, you've seen the signs. You've felt the call. You've read this far because something in you knows this is real. This is true. This is for you. Now comes the moment of choice. You can close this message and go back to your regular life, dismissing this as interesting information, telling yourself maybe you'll think about it later, maybe you'll do something about it someday. Or you can make the choice right now, in this moment, to fully accept your activation, to step into your mission, to become who you came here to be. Write in the comments, "I accept my activation." That declaration is your signature. That's your cosmic contract. That's you telling the universe, telling your soul, telling every version of yourself across every dimension, "I'm in, I'm ready. I'm doing this. And then, starting today, right now, take the first step. You know what it is. Do it. Watch for 1111. It will appear to confirm you're on the right path. Trust the process. Trust the signs. Trust yourself. You didn't see 1111 by accident. You didn't find this message by coincidence. You are being activated for a reason. The world needs you. Your mission needs you. The people you're meant to serve, to teach, to heal, to inspire, to lead, they're waiting for you. Your activation is complete. Your mission is clear. Your time is now. Are you ready?